Okay, guys, welcome back. YouTube is holding my comments hostage, so I wanted to reply to someone. I don't know if you got my replies. It's kind of response video. I am not able to set up an Amazon tip jar. That is through YouTube, and I have to have at least 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time before I'm even eligible for monetization. I then have to be monetized, and then I can set up a tip jar. So you see where it's like a catch-22. You have to be making money to make money on YouTube. So I can't even set up a tip jar or anything. I can't have like a paid, live stream or something. And I am just too burnt out to go to the other channel, guys. And it would not be fair to drag you, all of you that would want to support, over there and have 5 million kids crawling all over you. That would not be a pleasant experience for anyone. There'd be no way to just magically transform that channel into a pagan channel. Um, Basically what I've found out, and it's fine to tell you as far as I'm concerned, as far as it seems the gods are concerned, is that whether it was over just me or it's just a general thing, Odin hates Apollo with a passion. And to get at Apollo, he hurt me. And he did everything in his power to hurt me. He made a lot of promises that he never, intended to keep. And the more I told Apollo, the more he turned the interesting colors Apollo tends to turn. And he just remains this calm that makes you think he's going to hit you, but he's a safe deity. He's not mad at you. He's mad at the way you've been treated. And basically, what I can get is that it was Odin all the time going behind the scenes and freely impersonating Greek gods to cause trouble and chaos and make me not trust the Greek gods because he just didn't want them here. And it was, I don't think he ever cared about me. I think it was a thing of, watch how easily I can get this human over to my thing. And from what Apollo's told me, he can't stop apologizing, but we have free will. If we choose to leave a God that loves us and cares for us and is protecting us to go with a God that's bad for us, as much as the God that loves us warns us, if we choose to leave, they can't stop us. It's they'll honor our free will, even if it means we're putting ourselves in danger. The only ones that won't honor that will be ones like Odin that are like, I'm going to come and I'm going to hurt you just to get at this deity and I don't care. And he was really convincing. He had me really convinced I was like, center of the, well, not center of the universe, but so special, so special. And it was just to get at Apollo because he would keep making these promises and they would never come out. And it hurt. It hurt. And all the Norse gods are gone at this point. I've been taking stuff down a little as time, as you'll notice. And I don't know why that happens, but sometimes gods just do that. They just abruptly dump us by the side of the road and we're left to pick up the pieces. It's why I'm always frantic to keep all my connections. That way, if I get dumped like this, like I did, then I have a home to go to. And, as far as the Greek gods are concerned, I can stay forever. I am on good terms with most of them, thankfully. And none of them have a vendetta against me, and Dionysus has just been having tender pity for me and taking me out to see nature and reminding me that, spring will come again and the growth will come again. But sometimes it seems we humans get caught in the crossfire and we don't know why. I never met that enlightened version of Odin that loves everyone and is at peace with everyone. And I told Apollo, what I'm afraid of is that he'll come back in and he'll work the same charm on me. I said, it doesn't matter how many times he hurts me, I fall for it. I said, I'm really afraid at this point that he's going to try to come back in my life and ruin everything. I said, I realize now that I've had time to have clarity and step back, all the toxic stuff that's happened in my life over the last couple of years has been Odin. He's not evil, but if he's out to get at Apollo, whether this again was like personal over me, and it was just watch what I can do, or it was something they have going for a long time, I don't know, but it was, I'm going to make things go really poorly for this human, so hopefully things can only go up from here, though I hope I didn't speak too soon. I couldn't figure out why I was having such a large amount of misfortune, because I was doing everything you could to worship the gods correctly, to give them everything, to make sacrifices, to follow advice even when it didn't make sense, to show perfect faith. And they were just making unreasonable demands. And they were making the kinds of promises that if a deity promises you certain things, and certain things are going to be very important and sacred to everyone, it's going to be different for everyone. So mine wouldn't be the same as yours. If they promise you something they know is sacred and important to you, and they don't follow through, that is not the God for you. That is not the God for you. And it feels better. It feels, Dionysus and Apollo are here, and they're like, "You're such a sweet person." They know I feel bad. And I said, the ones I feel bad for are like the other Norse deities, but I said, then they didn't step in and stop anything either, because, Thor can't be stupid. He had to see what his father was doing, but, I can't trust any of them. And I said, if I let one in, Odin will just come in again and destroy my life again. So I'm not going to be working with him. And I wouldn't care if wolves fell out of the sky and Odin himself pulled up in a limo with Reki and Gary. It's over at this point. I threw all the jewelry in the drawer and everything. I took down most of the identifying stuff on the altars. I'm going to start deconstructing other stuff too. I'll leave the videos up. But I will tell you that when he turns on you, he really turns on you fast. If he wasn't against me the whole entire time, I don't know if he turned on me over time or it was the whole entire time. I think it was the whole entire time, because if you look at me honestly, do I look like the kind of person Odin would pick? I try to be peaceful, kind, have integrity. I was a Knight of the Immaculata, for God's sake. I had sworn my service to the Virgin Mary. Do I look like the kind of person Odin would want in his life? No, I don't. I'm what he would consider a failure, is what I am. So, it hurt. It hurt, but I have Dionysus, I have Apollo, I have the others. I could have every god if some gods wouldn't be so cruel and nasty. I could have every god. The Greek gods aren't really possessive. They're like, you want Jesus, you want to go to church every day. If that'll make you feel fine, you go, you do that. You do whatever you need to do to calm down because you've been so put through the ringer now. And they're being very good. They know my trust in divinity is entirely broken at this point. I don't trust any of them right now, and they know that. So, Dionysus, despite his reputation as being very hands-offy, and he usually is, by the way. He's usually a perfect gentleman with me. He is Dionysus, I am his priestess, but he can be an utter gentleman. So can Pan. And they've actually been both very kind and protective. Hermes was here for a nanosecond. Some of the others had come in and, I think they feel sorry for me. And they do, because they know how deeply attached the Norse gods got me, and they know I'm not happy with this situation, but sometimes a group of deities just throws us to the curb, and we don't know why. There's some stuff I'll have to do. Thankfully, paint isn't permanent. I'll be able to redo the front door when I'm emotionally ready, but I said, I know me. If I do everything way too fast, I will just boomerang, and then I'll be one of those weird god slaves and hanging myself on meat hooks. I said, nobody needs to see that shit. I said, I need time to rebuild my faith in the gods. It made me mad, but I like to live in this fairy tale world where the gods are always kind and they don't mean us any harm. And Hermes is the god of thieves, and he just gives me this utter pitying look like, have you read the Greek stories? I'm like, yeah, there's some truth in every story. He just shakes his head. They're being kind. Hermes now understands why I was so terrified of dealing with him, and he has a lot more sympathy towards me, and I think we'll get along just fine. And they understand that I might be fractured for a while, and I might have this weird hybrid faith where I'm talking to God and Jesus and the angels, and I'm talking to the Greek gods, and maybe every so often I wave at somebody from Ireland. I'm not sure right now, but they know I'm terrified that every god I meet for a while is going to be one of the Norse gods in disguise. But they're helping me through it. The only thing that really got me through it is last night and today, all day today, I just kept thinking. The strongest thing kept coming to me about, and I don't watch the show, by the way, but, about being Lucifer. and knowing what he felt like when he was cast out of heaven and feeling like I've just been cast out and I'm falling through the air and I'm falling and I'm falling and then I hit the ground, but I survive and I get up and I go on to build my own kingdom. So that's a terrible way to feel hope, I suppose, but I'm like, I will take it where I can get it. If, you know, being I don't even believe in and I think is a metaphor for the human psyche wants to step up and help, hey, I will take the help and the healing and the contentment wherever it comes from now. I don't care. I will deal with eternity when eternity gets here. So the channel will be here, but unfortunately, guys, I cannot do any of the funding that YouTube has up. You know, like you see those people with t-shirts? I can't do that. I can't do paid live streams. I can't do monetization with ads. I can't do a tip jar. I can't do any of that stuff. The Patreon's it. So, you know, and like, it's like, I wouldn't care if somebody just donated once and didn't donate again. It's just when people are dishonest and they don't mean to pay you in the first place. I don't care if it's $1 or if they promise 50. It's the principle of the thing. It's stealing. If somebody legitimately wants something, they'll usually find the money. We're humans. We don't want to pay for stuff, and people feel way too entitled now. And you know, it's part of the business that I have to do to keep trying to keep income coming into the channel. I have to be a business person. If you gave away everything to everybody that gave you a sob story, as I was taught when I worked in sales, you wouldn't have anything left in the store because everybody's got a reason why they shouldn't have to pay for that thing or this thing or that thing, and yet they got the brand new iPhone in their hands. Fucking mysterious. So, if you guys like what you see, like, comment, and subscribe. We'll still be here. Again, I am sorry for the people that signed up for Loki, but I'm like, I've had my faith in the gods broken, and the Greek gods are what I can handle right now in small doses. They're being very hands-off. Though Apollo would love to take me out and take me with the bow in VR, and we could shoot things in the face, because we're both angry right now. And the lamp's still broken, but, you know, if the lamp's the only casualty, I will count my blessings, because, you know, certain deities can be a lot more vindictive than one lamp. So I will see you guys later. Bye-bye.